What's up guys, it's Anime1 back here with another video, and today we're back here with another chapter of The Legacy of the Yellow Flash. So without any ado, let's begin the video. It's been 3 years since Naruto left the village with Jiraiya to train. A white-haired man was sitting in the Hokage's office doing paperwork. Paperwork, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna find a way to get rid of you once and for all. He was shouted as the Anbu outside just chuckled. Even the almighty Hokage was weak against the paperwork. Minato, how the hell did we deal with this shit? Hiruzen cursed, banging his head on the table. Then a smile came to his face. Naruto, my boy, I really miss you, but at least I know that you're in a safe place with Jiraiya. And from what the reports I got, I can tell that you're strong enough to take care of yourself now. Hiruzen thought. He was brought out of his thoughts when, in a puff of smoke, a small toad appeared in the room. Jiraiya, what the hell does he want now? The old Hokage thought. He took the scroll from the toad and started reading it. His eyes widened, and a grin came onto his face. Anbu, Hiruzen said, as Anbu appeared kneeling down in front of the Hokage. Yes, Hokage-sama, the Anbu said. Hiruzen looked at him. I want you to go to the gates of the village and escort a boy that will be there. He has blonde hair and blue eyes. His name is Naruto Uzumaki, Hiruzen said, as the Anbu nodded and vanished in thin air. At the village gates, a boy with black shirt and white pants, with shinobi sandals and blonde spiky hair, with two jaw-length spiky ear tails on each side of his head and blue eyes, with tan skin, and two guards looked at him, and their eyes widened. They could swear that they saw the yonden behind him. Halt, the guard said, as the boy looked at them. Who are you, and what's your business at the village? The guard asked, as an Anbu appeared in front of them. Is your name Naruto Uzumaki? The Anbu asked. The boy nodded. The Anbu grabbed the boy's shoulder and vanished with him. At the Hokage's tower, the Anbu appeared with Naruto in the Hokage office. Hey old man, how have you been? Naruto asked. Hiruzen got off his seat and hugged Naruto, and Naruto smiled as he hugged the old man back. Naruto, my boy, the village is not the same without you, Hiruzen said, as Naruto broke the hug. Don't worry, old man, I'll visit you daily, and I want to make a request, Naruto said. Hiruzen nodded. Go ahead, Naruto, he said. I want to live in the Namikaze compound, Naruto said, as Hiruzen's eyes widened. Naruto, but the compound is too big for you to live alone, and you can't clean or maintain it by yourself, Hiruzen said. Naruto just smiled. Gigi, I can use my shadow clones to clean up the house and make a barrier outside the house, which will make it seem like no one is living there, Naruto said. Hiruzen's head dropped. Talk about damn blonde geniuses, he thought, as he looked at Naruto's eyes, which made him look like a damn fool. Hiruzen just sighed. Fine, Naruto, but an Anbu will guard you there, Hiruzen said. Naruto sighed and nodded. Alright, Gigi. And about the academy, Naruto said, as Hiruzen nodded. Take this letter to the academy instructor. You'll be allowed into the academy immediately, Hiruzen said. Naruto nodded, and using the Shinshin no Jutsu he got out of there. Hiruzen just chuckled by seeing the Anbu's reaction of seeing an 8-year-old kid using a Shinshin no Jutsu, which was a tuning level technique. At the academy, Eureka was giving one of his boring lectures until there was a knock on the door. Come in, Eureka said. As Naruto walked in the class, all the students looked at him. Naruto gave Eureka a letter as Eureka read it and nodded. Very well. Class, we have a new student here, Eureka said, as all the students looked at him. Introduce yourself, Eureka said. Naruto just nodded to the man. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. My likes, I don't have much. My dislikes, I have many. My goals is to make some people proud, Naruto said with a smile, which made most of the girls in the class blush. Naruto, Go take your seat next to Suki, he said. Naruto nodded. He walked towards Suki. That must be Sisui's sister, huh? He's gone, but I'll protect her. I made a promise, Naruto thought. Suki looked at Naruto. Man, I hope he's different from all those other fanboys, she thought as Naruto sat next to her. Hey, Suki said. Naruto looked at her with a blank expression. Hey, he said. My name is Suki Uchiha, she replied with a smile. Naruto just looked at her. Naruto, he said, as Suki nodded. Okay class, time for sparring, Yuriko said as everyone got up and went towards the training ground. First match will be Sasuke Uchiha versus Uzumaki Naruto, Yurika said. All of Sasuke's fangirls started cheering for him. Go Sasuke, beat the new kid's ass, a pink girl Banshee said, who seemed to be the leader of the fan club. Both boys came to the ground. Start, Erika said. Sasuke rushed towards Naruto as Naruto still had his hands in his pockets. Sasuke tried to punch him as Naruto ducked under the kick and kicked Sasuke in the stomach. Grrr, Sasuke said. That kick was so strong, he thought. Sasuke looked at Naruto and started taking this fight seriously. Sasuke rushed at Naruto at full speed as Naruto took his hands out of his pockets and rushed at Sasuke. Sasuke tried to punch Naruto, but Naruto moved his head out of the way and punched Sasuke in the stomach and kicked his legs away. Sasuke fell on his butt, but the next thing he knew, he had a kunai right on his face. He looked at the cold blue eyes staring back at him. Okay, very well. The winner is Naruto Uzumaki, Yurika said, as everyone in the class had a shocked look on their face. He cheated. There's no way that he could beat Sasuke, Sakura said. Yurika just glared at her, which made her shut up. Suki was looking at Naruto with shocked look. Even I couldn't beat Sasuke, and he beat him without breaking a sweat, she thought. Okay, next is kunai and shuriken throwing, Yurika said. As all the students who were clan heroes got 6 out of 10 except Sasuke and Suki. They both got an 8 out of 10. Next, Naruto Uzumaki, Erika said, as Naruto walked up and grabbed all the kunais and shuriken and threw them all at the same time. What happened next shocked all the students. And Erika, all the shuriken and kunai had landed dead center, but Naruto still had a blank look on his face and walked away, ignoring all the new fangirls that he had made. Sasuke and Suki narrowed their eyes at the boy. Just who in the world are you, Uzumaki Naruto? They thought at the same time. The day went by pretty fast as the academy was over and all the children were going home with their parents. Naruto watched the children smiling and holding hands with their parents, which caused a small smile to appear on his face. Mom, Dad, I wonder how things would have turned out if you were still here, Naruto thought. He was brought out of his thoughts when a hand grabbed his shoulder. Naruto looked up to see a long white-haired man with a blood kanji on his face. He smiled. Hey, Jiraiya sensei, Naruto said. Jiraiya looked at the boy with a grin. How was the first day in the academy, boy? Jiraiya said. Naruto just sighed. I don't even know why I'm here. I already know all this stuff, Naruto said. Jiraiya laughed. Haha. Well, you need to be in the same age group and make friends, Jiraiya said. Naruto sighed again. Naruto! And a voice called out. Both Jiraiya and Naruto turned around to see Suki coming towards them. Hey, I was wondering if, you want to hang out, she said. Naruto looked at Jiraiya, who nodded. Yes, sure, give me your address, he said. She nodded and wrote down her address and gave it to him. So first day in the school and so many fangirls, huh? You truly are just like your old man, Jiraiya said, as Naruto just gave him a glare. Don't get the wrong idea. She's the Sisui's sister. That's why I'm even bothering to hang out with her. I would rather spend the time training, Naruto said. Jiraiya just sighed and kneeled down beside the boy. Naruto, look. I know you don't trust people of this village, but not all people are bad. Some of them are good, like Sisui and the Hokage. And you have to open up to more people and make friends. You're smart enough to know who are good and who are bad, Jiraiya said, as he patted Naruto on the head. Naruto just smiled at the man he saw as his own father. Thanks, Jiraiya sensei. I understand, Naruto said. Jiraiya got up. Very well. Let's go. I'll treat you to some ramen today. And so you're in a new house, Jiraiya said as Naruto grinned. Now you're talking ramen, Naruto said as Jiraiya's sweat dropped. Talk about attitude change, he thought. Naruto and Jiraiya were walking towards a secluded area. Where are we going, sensei? Naruto asked as Jiraiya sighed. You see, your father hid the Namikaze state so that people will infiltrate his home, Jiraiya said as Naruto nodded in understanding. They walked for a few minutes or so, then Jiraiya stopped, as Naruto looked at him in confusion. What's wrong, sensei? Naruto asked. Jiraiya ignored him and went through hand signs. Release, Jiraiya said, as the mansion appeared as Naruto looked at the mansion in awe. You are kidding me, Naruto said, as Jiraiya grinned. Nope, this is your parents' house, Jiraiya said, as Naruto looked at him and then looked at the house. Let's freaking go, Naruto said, as Jiraiya nodded as they both came to the door of the mansion. Put your hand in the handprint at the bottom of the door, Jiraiya said. Naruto nodded and placed his hand on the print that was on the door. It was now covered in seal and started to glow. The door opened. Only someone related with your mom or dad could enter this house, Jiraiya said as Naruto nodded. Naruto pushed the door open. The mansion was beautiful. It was a two-story mansion surrounded by lush green grounds. There was a small pond. Naruto kept on walking until he opened the door to see a dark living room with a sofa and comfortable chairs. He turned on the lights, surprised that the house still had a supply of electricity. He saw the house was covered in dust. He sighed and met 20 Santa clones. Clean the house, he said. All the Santa clones nodded and went to work. Naruto saw many things. In the house, a fireplace, and one thing in particular, a sword with a black hilt and a lightning for kanji on it. What's this? He said. Jiraiya saw Naruto and decided to answer. You see, the sword that your mother gave you in the scroll conducts all 5 basic chakra nature, Naruto, but it can't handle the demonic chakra of the 9 tails. So she found out this sword, and its name is Enma. But she couldn't control it for too long, as it would drain a lot of chakra out of her, and she one time even nearly died. Naruto nodded in understanding, but there was something that was calling out to him. He grabbed the hilt of the sword. Naruto, don't! Jiraiya was about to stop Naruto, but he was surprised when Naruto was able to lift the sword without any repercussions. But how? Jiraiya said with wide eyes. Naruto looked at him in confusion. What's wrong? He asked. Jiraiya came out of his shock and looked at the boy. It took your mother almost fucking 2 months to lift that sword up, and because the sword didn't accept her as her master, Jiraiya said. Naruto looked at the sword intensely. If that's the case, it means it considers me as its master, Naruto said. Jiraiya nodded, still shocked. Well, your kenjutsu is better than all of your other area, except for Fuinjutsu, of course, Jiraiya said. Naruto was still looking at the sword. What is this power? Naruto thought. He was bored out of his thoughts when Jiraiya patted him on the shoulder. How far have you come in the Hiraishin? Jiraiya asked as Naruto looked at him. I've seen how my dad created the seal, and now all that's left is to create my own version. I also found a way to advance it, though, but it will take some time. I assume over 4 to 5 years, Naruto said, as Jiraiya laughed. You and your dad are so similar, it's not even funny. Well, I guess you are a bit smarter than him, Jiraiya said. Naruto smirked. Let's explore some more, Naruto said as Jiraiya nodded. Let me take you to the library since I know that you're going to be spending most of your time there, Jiraiya said. Naruto scratched the back of his head. Well, if it has any Fuinjutsu and Kenjutsu and my father's flash fish style, then yeah, Naruto said. Jiraiya looked at him in concern. Look, Naruto, you're still a kid, so enjoy your life as one. Once you become a genin, your life will change. Trust me when I say that, Jiraiya said. Naruto looked at him and kept thinking. Why don't you go hang out with the friend that you promised to hang out? I'll clean up the place, Jiraiya said. Naruto sighed and nodded. This is so troublesome, he muttered. Naruto, look, I want you to spend more time making friends and bonding with them. Training is not the only thing that makes us stronger, Jiraiya thought, as he created 5 shadow clones. Clean up the place. I'll go talk to the old man, Jiraiya said, as his clones nodded and went to work. Naruto was walking towards the house address that Suki gave him. There it is, Naruto said as he knocked on the door. Coming, a voice called out. Suki opened the door and saw Naruto. Oh, hello Naruto, you came to hang out? She said with a smile. Naruto nodded and smiled at her, which made her blush. So can I come in? Naruto said. Yeah, come in, she said. Naruto entered the house. The house was well maintained and clean. That was not his case, though, he thought. So, what do you want to do? She asked, as Naruto looked at her. Well, we can train if we want, Naruto said. As Suki just looked at him. Sure, she said. Naruto nodded and they both went to the training field. So, how do you want to do this? Suki asked. Come at me with all you got. Don't hold back, Naruto said. Suki smirked. I'm not sure that you'll be able to handle me going all out, he said with a smirk. Naruto had a blank expression on his face. We'll see about that, Naruto said. As Suki ran towards him, Naruto just stayed in one place and dodged all the punches and kicks that Suki delivered at him. Suki jumped back and went through hand signs. Fire style. Fireball jutsu, she said, and launched a huge fireball towards Naruto. Naruto went through the hand signs of his own. Water style. Water wall, Naruto said as a water wall appeared in front of him. Naruto blocked the fireball. There was a smoke around. This is my chance. He can see in the smoke, she thought, as she activated her 2 Tomoe Sharingan and rushed towards Naruto. Shit, I can't see in smoke, Naruto thought, as he blocked the kick from Suki who was staring at him with her Sharingan. Fire style, flame punch, she said as she punched Naruto. Naruto stumbled back in pain. She is good, but first thing I have to do is something about the smoke, he thought and went through hand signs. Wind style, wind gust, he said, and blew out a huge wind gust out of his mouth, which blew all the smoke away. I'm going to end this, Naruto said, and as he went through hand signs, lightning started crackling around his hands. Lightning style, lightning wave, Naruto said as he waved his hand and lightning bolts shot towards Suki. As he jumped to avoid the lightning bolts, she was shocked when Naruto appeared right in front of her and kicked her in the stomach, and she was sent crashing down to the ground. Suki tried to get up, but before she could, a kunai was right at her neck. I win, Naruto said, in a cold tone which sent shivers down Suki's spine. How are you so fast? She asked. Naruto looked at her and removed his kunai. You could say that my family fighting style requires high speeds, Naruto said as Suki nodded. She was surprised when Naruto extended his hand. Come on, it's getting late, he said. She blushed and grabbed his hand as they both stood up. Well, Naruto, she said. Naruto looked at her. What? He said. Well, can we train tomorrow as well? I want you to teach me, She said. Naruto looked at her and smiled. It's fine with me. Meet me at the training ground at exactly this time, Naruto said, as he vanished in a yellow lightning. Why the hell am I so flustered? She thought. Jiraiya was sitting in the Hokage's office. So you're saying to me that I shouldn't let him graduate early? Hiruzen asked. Jiraiya nodded. Why? Why? He has the skill of low tuning, Hiruzen asked. Jiraiya sighed. Well, he doesn't trust people easily and is so focused on training that he doesn't have any time to make friends. He is still a kid, sensei, and I want him to live a happy childhood and not being burdened by being a ninja at such a young age. I want him to make friends and have bonds, Jiraiya said as he was nodding in agreement. Very well, Jiraiya. I'll do as you say, Hiruzen said. Jiraiya smiled at the old man. Well then, I will take my leave. Tell the brat that I'll be coming back in about 4 to 5 years. I hope you can take care of him till then, sensei, Jiraiya said, as he vanished in a poop of smoke. Don't worry, Jiraiya. I will, he said with a smile. At the Namikaze estate, Naruto was at the kitchen cooking dinner. He had learned how to cook since Jiraiya had his spy network and he was left alone most of the time. In a puff of smoke, Jiraiya appeared. Well, that smells good, Jiraiya said as he looked at Naruto, who just smiled at him. So, when are you going to leave? Naruto asked. Jiraiya's eyebrow twitched. How the hell did you know I was about to tell you that? He asked. Naruto just looked at him with a look that screamed out stupid. You have a spy network, so I know that you can stay in the village for too long, Naruto said. Jiraiya whispered something about damn blonde geniuses. I'm leaving tomorrow. I just came back to check up on you. Don't worry, you have the old man with you, and I won't be back about 4 years, Jiraiya said. Naruto finished the cooking and served them both. Well, that's fine with me. Sit down, dinner is ready, Naruto said. They both started eating dinner. Jiraiya left the next morning. I hope you guys enjoyed the second part of the Legacy of the Yellow Flash. And the next part will be out in a couple of days. I'm going to be starting a new fanfic, so I hope you guys will enjoy that as well. So for now, peace out. See you in the next video.